Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and man, oh man, this Nintendo versus Palworld and Pocket Pair saga is going to be incredibly interesting to follow. I know that there's other stuff going on with Nintendo right now as well, as them sending out copyright strikes for people that are uploading emulated content of their games. Yeah, it's not an ideal scenario right now. We're gonna focus on the Nintendo versus Palworld and Pocket Pair case right now because we've been covering this on the channel for quite a while. And what Nintendo is trying to do can set a really, really bad precedent. Now, I am not the best guy when it comes to law. This is not an area that is my expertise. I'm trying to dumb it down to a way that everybody can understand. But again, I am not a professional. I did not go to law school, and I certainly don't understand the finer details of law. And when it comes to law and legality, a lot of this stuff does come down to interpretation. That's why when it comes to actually going into court, a lot of it is just gonna come down to who has more money and can bankroll legal proceedings for a longer period of time. We've seen that happen over and over again, and in the case of Nintendo versus Pocket Pair, I think you guys can come to the conclusion of who is going to have a clear advantage when it comes to the financial standpoint. However, by the looks of it, it looks like prior to the release of Palworld, there were patents that Nintendo had filed, however, potentially not enough to actually have a full-blown case, but now they are trying to file for these patents and suing Palworld within the US as well. However, there are some potential for rejections. This was noted on PC Gamer. I'll leave the link in the description box below because it breaks it down a lot better than I could. But as far as things like this, it is going to come down to Nintendo filing patents in a very broad way, and Pocket Pair could have a potential possibility of making these patents go away because you've actually given them an opportunity to prove that it was already in existence. In the case of Palworld already being in existence, but now you're trying to file for patents that would inherently affect Palworld and then continue with the legal proceedings and continue to go after Palworld and Pocket Pair after these patents had been filed. Nintendo didn't have a case that they could bring to Palworld when the game was initially released back in January. They have a patent specifically on catch and redeploy mechanics that got approved in August. That was initially letting them file the lawsuit, and now they're trying to get that approved elsewhere. And this can set, again, a really bad precedent going forward because we're patenting gameplay mechanics. I understand to an extent why you would want to patent it, but if we're talking about attacking Palworld from a mechanics standpoint, what are we even doing at that point? Because yes, it does adopt a mechanic, the catch and redeploy mechanic that Pokemon has. A lot of games have used that, and the area that we're getting into where gameplay mechanics can get patented and you can go after game developers based on them utilizing said gameplay mechanics as well, that sounds like an absolute clown show waiting to happen. Now, obviously, I don't think Nintendo is going after Palworld because of the utilization of this gameplay mechanic. I think you would have to be very, very naive to believe that that was the case. What I believe is that this is an avenue where Nintendo views that they can actually attack Pocket Pair with, that this is an avenue they want to attack Pocket Pair in some way. Why? I would venture to guess it is because of the designs of the pals in this game. However, the area and the territory of attacking a game for its designs, that's murky territory as well, and from what I understand, that is not an area that Nintendo can actually go after the game. However, this area that can actually go forward in terms of gameplay mechanics, even though Palworld, from a gameplay mechanics standpoint, is so starkly different than Pokemon, which was when everybody was talking about Palworld getting sued and Pocket Pair getting sued. People constantly circle back to, yeah, the Mon designs are similar, however, you really can't do much about that, and when you look at the game from a mechanic standpoint and what the game is, it's more of a survival game than anything, and yeah, I would totally agree with people on that. However, I was always of the mindset leading into Palworld's release, I was always thinking, and this was from given my baseline understanding of law, this is too good to be true. Nintendo does not sit quietly when it comes to things like this. They are going to figure something out, and this is what they have figured out. Now, I really don't believe Nintendo would attack Palworld if the mod designs were totally different. If they were totally different and they didn't bear some, let's just say, resemblances to Pokemon, I don't think they would have attacked them. I think they are using this as an avenue to attack Palworld. However, this sets a bad precedent when Nintendo and other big companies can potentially have this much power at their disposal. Just because I believe they wouldn't attack a game if it had totally different design choices as far as mod design choices, you still don't want them to have that power to attack developers and publishers that are way, way, way smaller than them. Pocket Pair, and I've heard this over and over again, yes, they sold a lot of copies of Palworld. However, that is not enough to go and have a fair battle against Nintendo. Even if they sold a lot of copies, there was the development cost of the game. They've reinvested that cost into the game, and now you're talking about them investing resources into a legal battle with Nintendo. That's not territory that a studio wants to be in. And again, when you look at the precedent that this could set for gaming in the future, especially with Nintendo, they get pretty wild about it. I know that there's debate as far as the emulation scene goes, but this is gameplay mechanics. Games have been adopting gameplay mechanics and evolving upon them and applying them in different genres for eons and eons. This is just the course of gaming nature. A game figures something out, they pop off with it, you damn right other games are gonna try to adopt it in their own way, and a catch and redeploy system being what is, like, if you want to sue Pocket Pair, that is, in terms of the legal proceeding, that's what we're going after them for, just because I think the real reason is because of the mod designs. I think in the back of Nintendo's mind, they're like, we're gonna go after them however we can. It's because of the design choices, but we'll take this avenue because it's gonna work better in our favor. Even if that's the case, and I do believe that's the case, you don't want that precedent to be set that this is even possible, because that is just going to create a horrible, horrible outlook for other developers where you have to constantly think about this. Can we utilize this mechanic? Are we gonna get attacked if we do use this? And if they can get away with this, well, what can they do in the future? That's just what I offer to you guys as far as a concern of how all of this is going to transpire. But it's just awful. I know Palworld did recently drop on PlayStation 5 as well. However, they did not release it in Japan, which is rather interesting. But it's going to be a very, very interesting story to follow, and a very important story. Even if you don't have a vested interest in Palworld, this is about the precedent that this could set for gaming in the future. Even if Nintendo would have these patents and they wouldn't utilize them to go and attack other publishers and developers for adopting, you know, those gameplay mechanics, but still, you don't want that precedent to exist. You don't want Nintendo to have that level of power. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.